Hi there, this is savewith.crypto. Okay, so this video is mainly for those who are currently in the auction for a ZoidPay shopping pool, because I know quite a few people are a little bit anxious about when the auction's going to be over. I'll just show you what happened last time, because I did this video here. It was a little YouTube short, me being all very excited about getting a shopping pool, and that was on the 12th of October 2022. Okay, and then by the 13th I was sort of saying the price had dropped of ZoidPay, so it was quite good to get one. And then I did a video here 48 hours into it, and then I did some more videos saying you could get a shopping pool for less than $8,500, really good. And then finally on the 25th of October, I did a video called My Shopping Pool is Ready, ZoidPay 17% APY. Okay, so that was, when was that? That was 25th, so it was from the 14th to the 25th. So it was actually 11 days is how long the auction ran. Now let's just have a look at the current auction. Now the current auction started on the 30th of March. And today is the 7th of April, so that's it's about 9 days it's been running. And I kind of guess as time goes on, there's probably going to be less people interested in owning a shopping pool. So I'd imagine the amount of time this time might be a little bit longer. So I think you've probably got about another week to wait before the final people come along to fill up the spaces, because there's 23 people bidding at the moment. So at the moment it's very likely that all these will get a shopping pool, so you've got that to look forward to. So that's cool, isn't it? But yeah, I've noticed in the Telegram group, people are quite desperate and saying, can you just call the end now and then we're done. That didn't happen last time. They did wait until there was 50 people, which I think is fair enough, because it gives people time to get ZoidPay together. And also for people who had ZoidPay metastate in the X exchange, then they would have had to wait 10 days anyway to get hold of the ZoidPay and then stake it in the auction. So that 10 days hasn't quite gone yet, has it? It's only really just been just over a week. So I think probably by like Monday or Tuesday or whatever, people will have their ZoidPay and they will want to stake it here. So yeah, so I reckon this time next week, this will be up to 50 and you'll be able to claim your shopping pools. Now I notice there's a couple of balls at the top here. United with 200,000 ZoidPay. Zelrond Digital Bank, that's quite a good name, isn't it? With 200,000 ZoidPay as well. Kaoland 155,150 ZoidPay. Yeah, all quite sort of chunky ones, aren't they? And then down the bottom, you see everyone's just got like slightly over 100,000. So 100,000 ZoidPay, you could probably have your own ZoidPay shopping pool. And today, if you were to take advantage of this this drop here that's just happened, you would be able to get ZoidPay for 6.8 cents. So you'd be able to get a shopping pool for $6,899, which is amazing, because the cheapest it got last October was about 8,500 when obviously the price of ZoidPay was about 8.5 cents. But I think the future's very bright for ZoidPay. I think just buying a chunk of ZoidPay now is probably a good investment anyway. I think it's got a long way to go, and you could own a shopping pool. And I'll just show you what the benefits are at the moment. If say you were to have a similar amount to what I have, which is about 200,000 ZoidPay in a shopping pool. This is my shopping pool here, and I generally do a bit of a harvest every Friday, and it's Friday today, so you can see it earns about 951 ZoidPay a week at the moment. which is currently worth about $65, you know. But I'm kind of hoping one day, you know, ZoidPay is more like, I don't know, 50 cents or even $1 or something. But imagine that. Imagine earning, you know, imagine earning like $1,000 a week. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? But we'll have to see what happens. But I'm sure it's going to go up in value. But if you've got a shopping pool, you can look at the stats of it in this dashboard here. So you can see that since January the 12th, that's as long as we've had the reporting like here. So since January the 12th, I've claimed $927 worth of ZoidPay. So that's 13.4 thousand ZoidPay, which is rather nice. And then I've got people staking in my pool as well, and I've actually earned $76 from those. A lot of the people staking in my pool are only staking like small amounts, so you know, it's not a fortune that, but I'm hoping one day that'll be a lot more. And then you've got all various statistics to look at here. I mean, most people are actually staking for 12 months, and you can see here, if you look at the ZoidPay staked maturity, then there's you know, there's some people whose staking period will end this month, then some in July, a few in September. Then the majority of people, their staking period ends kind of October, November, December this year, and then into next year, 2024. And then here you can look at all the actual people. This is the actual wallet addresses of the people who have staked in your shopping pool. So you can see here, you know, these people have all staked for like 12 months, and you know, some have got reasonable amounts like 4,000 ZoidPay, some have got very low amounts like 20 or 16 or whatever. But whatever happens, I'll make sure that everyone's getting the best deal in my shopping pool. And if you do want to just stake ZoidPay in my shopping pool, you will get the best APY, and you have the advantage that, you know, I'm here. If you want to ask me questions, you can do that via the YouTube channel or even via a direct message on Twitter. But generally, I'm here, you know, to answer questions if you need to know something. Now, if you're into ZoidPay like I am, it's really worth making sure you're following Edouard Anici, the CEO and co-founder of ZoidPay. I had the pleasure to have him on the show a few weeks ago, and you can watch that video if you click the link in the top right-hand corner right now, and I'll also link to it at the end of this video. It was a really good chat about everything to do with ZoidPay. And Edward's latest tweet was just saying hyperscaling countdown starts now, and then there's this kind of video of the ZoidPay office in Bucharest. There's some quite big burns been going on of the ZoidPay token, which obviously decreases circulation, increases the scarcity, and thus adds to the value of owning ZoidPay. So that's amazing. What I like about ZoidPay is they do promote you know, people like me and Zabby from Breaking Free. They'll do their best to sort of help the videos get seen by more people, which, you know, will eventually increase adoption. And the big news we're waiting for in April this month is there's going to be a major central exchange listing on the way for ZoidPay, which can only be good for everybody. And this is the other point to note, is the cross-chain scaling. At the moment, ZoidPay is exclusively on the Elrond or Multiverse X network, but the idea is for it to be on multiple blockchains, and the next one is going to be the Ethereum blockchain. Now, I think that's going to really help with the adoption of ZoidPay, and I think you should see a significant uptick in the price of ZoidPay in the very near future. Okay, so that's all good, but what I'd like to do today is just claim my ZoidPay. So I can just go to here and I can just do claim all. So you see that will do claim all, total rewards 919 ZoidPay. I'm actually just going to claim it rather than restake it, because I think I might want to do something different with it today. So I'll just sign the transaction over on the Xportal, and then I'll be able to see it on the Xportal app on my phone, or if you're using the DeFi wallet, you'll be able to see it there, or even if you're using a ledger, you'll be able to see it there. So generally what I do every Friday is I do a claim, and then I decide what I'm going to do with the ZoidPay that I claim. Very shortly we should have the ZoidPay Visa cards, and I could feasibly just put that straight onto my card and go down the pub with it, or do my shopping, put some fuel in my car, or all of the above. Now I'm getting a rather good rate of APY here because I'm actually a shopping pool owner, and part of the reason for that is that I've got these NFTs staked. Now I've got 2 NFTs staked. Okay, I've got this one here, which benefits all the people who stake in my shopping pool, and what it does, it increases the APY for new stakers by 5%, and it increases the APY for existing stakers by 2%. Okay, now you can see that runs out in 17 days, but I've got these other Zoidsters that I can stake for the rest of the year to keep the APY up, and I promise I will do that for as long as I can. I've also got this one staked here. This one benefits me rather than the shopping pool. So this one benefits me, this one benefits you guys. And very briefly, I'll just show you that as well as doing all the ZoidPay staking on the shopping pools, anybody can do the liquidity farming as well. And you can provide liquidity using eGold and ZoidPay. And with that, you can create LP tokens, and then you can farm for Wand or ZoidPay. So I'm farming for Wand here. I've got quite a lot of LP tokens, and that's currently at me 60.7 million Wand, which apparently is worth about $18,000. Although we'll have to see what it's worth when it actually happens. There's also this farm here where you could earn ZoidPay by staking the same kind of LP tokens in here, and that would earn you up to 30% APY. The APY on Wand is ridiculous, like 1,050%. So that's incredible. That won't run forever though, and I don't think this one will either. But we can talk about that in another video. So overall, to conclude, if you are staking in the auction to get a shopping pool, I think you've probably got about another week to wait before the auction finishes. But just make sure you've got slightly over 100,000 ZoidPay in there, and I think you'll be fine. If you're interested in staking ZoidPay in a shopping pool without owning one, then please do consider using my one, which you can get to by going to savewith.crypto.org/SP, and I promise I'll make sure you get the best APY possible. And then when all the new features come out, like loans and buy now, pay later, I'll make sure that you're always getting the best deal with my shopping pool. And for those of you who are into providing liquidity, you can earn ZoidPay and Wand with ridiculous rewards. And if you think about this, if you're earning ZoidPay and then maybe you've got eGold staked in the Xportal app, each week you're earning ZoidPay and eGold, so you can create LP tokens and then put them into one of these farms here and either earn Wand or earn ZoidPay that you can then restake. And as we've spoken about before, the idea of compounding gains is generally a very, very good idea. Okay, so there's quite a lot to think about there, and I'm expecting some maybe awkward questions in the comments. So please do leave a comment, and while you're down there, give the video a like, make sure you're subscribed, and above all, tell your friends.